This is a WWN Publishing Group recording. Copyright 2016, all rights reserved. This is an abridged version of Killmore by Martha Sweeney to make the story appropriate for all listeners. If you want to read the complete story, you can find the ebook or paperback online. Links are provided in the description below. Killmore, Book 1 of the 2-book series. Read to you by the author. Chapter 24, Aiden. Last night I had to beat off twice when I got home from the date with Laurie. Once in the shower and the other when I was in bed, unable to sleep because I kept picturing Laurie naked after seeing her in her practically see-through, soaked top when it got wet from the rain. Holy fuck, do her tits look amazing. They'd look amazing bouncing under me while I fuck her. No, I wouldn't fuck her. At least not right away. She'd probably like it if I did. I'd make her feel like a goddamn queen if I got the chance to please her. My right hand slides under my shorts and I start touching myself to the memory of her body against mine and how I want to do it again, this time without any layers between us. Pumping up and down, I imagine her soft, plump lips wrapped around my cock. "Hey, Aiden," Paul shouts, banging on my bedroom door. "Fuck," I groan. "What do you want?" "We going for a run or what?" he replies. "Just give me a minute," I yell. 5 minutes later, I'm exiting my room, shrugging my shirt on and grabbing my shoes. "Looks like someone needed to take the edge off this morning," Paul goads. "What the hell are you talking about?" "Well, I know you didn't get any last night," Paul chuckles. "That's not any of your business," I challenge. "Besides, last night was work." "You've never been late for our morning workouts," Paul reminds. So, either she's still in there, or he had to jack off to temper your still slightly excited second brain. Paul's eyes drift down to my groin and back up. "Fuck off," I snap. "Definitely didn't get laid," he remarks, taking a sip of his coffee. I don't reply, hoping that he'll stop pestering me. "It's okay, man," Paul continues. "I get it. She's hot. And the task at hand isn't easy with a hot woman involved. They'll fuck with your head in so many ways." "She's not fucking with my head," I object. "That one," Paul says, pointing to my waist. "That one she's already fucked with. And I don't mean in the literal sense. She might not have gotten into here yet." He taps the side of his head. "But she will. They all do." "Like you know," I return with a little attitude. "One word," Paul reveals. "Tahiti." I don't comment, shocked by his admittance. "She still fucks with my head," Paul shares. "Makes me question every day if I was stupid to leave her and not stay. We were happy. I was happy." "You're not happy now?" I ask. "I am," Paul answers, "but not as happy as I was when I was with her. Sometimes you don't realize it right away. It can even take years." I sit next to him and chug some water. "When all you can do is listen to this," Paul says, pointing to his heart. "If it's not too late, I strongly recommend that you listen to it. Fuck the agency. Fuck what you think. Be happy. You only get one chance for that in life. The real thing, that is." Paul and I don't say anything else, and 5 minutes later, we're out jogging around town. When we reach the street to go back to the house, I head in a different direction. I turn left and head over to a shop in town for an errand. Then I take a jog to Laurie's house, hoping to catch her. I stretch on our front porch, waiting for her to open the door. Just as I'm about to jog off, I hear the door open. "What do you want?" she calls. "Just wanted to say hi," I return with a smile, heading back onto the porch. "That's it?" "Yep," I answer, wanting to play it cool. "You jogged all this way just to say hi," she says, surprised. "Yeah," I confirm. "You're crazy," she states. The right corner of her mouth perks up a little, giving me some indication that she's impressed since she's hiding behind her glasses. "Crazy for you," I reply, with a smile, hoping to charm her. "Are you drunk?" she inspects. "No," I laugh. "Just the guy in love." "Goodbye, Aiden," she returns, closing the door. "Bye," I answer. The door pauses for a brief second, and then it locks into place. On my way back, I purposefully stop and pretend to tie my shoes just before I make it to the house where Quentin is staying, wondering if I'll be able to see or hear anything. Unfortunately, I don't. After lunch, Paul and I go over all the intel we have on Quentin, and I mention how the house was quiet when I went by it and that there's no indication on whether or not if Quentin is intending on staying past the summer season. There's little movement outside the house since we arrived in town, and that's unusual for Quentin and his crew. "What the hell were you doing?" Paul's voice halts. "You went to see her." His serious face shifts into one of amusement. "I need to keep up with the appearance of trying to win her back," I state. "I know," Paul laughs. "What?" "Nothing," he returns. "What?" "It's just funny because there's no one out there to see you stopping by her place," Paul adds. "She's got 4 neighbors who are all a half mile away.
People saw me heading into a place into town and then continued jogging toward her side of the lake. If I do it enough times, people will speculate, I explain. What did you get? Paul asks. What are you talking about? You said you stopped in town. What did you get? He presses. Nothing, I lie. Paul lifts a brow. You came back with nothing. So, I challenge. Did you stop to pee or something? He checks. No, I snap. Then, what did you get? He pushes. Nothing, I repeat. Paul's smile widens, but he doesn't say anything. What? I ask. Nothing, Paul returns, still smiling. What? I push. How soon do you think you can get into her place to set up some of the preliminary stuff? Paul says, redirecting our conversation. Soon, I think, I answer. We need to get some kind of a feed going, he reminds. I know, I say. Keep up the charm. Do whatever is necessary to get into her house. Let me know if I've got to do anything to help speed up the process, Paul states. I'm on it, I confirm. Paul laughs. I know. Ignoring his jab, I ask, did we get anything regarding Laurie's case? No, Paul huffs, which doesn't make sense. Do you think there's a connection somehow? I ask. I'm starting to, Paul admits. That and the agency is clearly not sure who to trust, with Quentin's and perhaps hers. We'll need to keep our eyes and ears open and also keep an eye on Becky. We'll want to stay in touch with her. If anything happens to Becky, then there's a leak. Laurie mentioned that Becky only comes once or twice a year to visit her, I share. Has she given anything else to you? Paul searches. Nothing new that I haven't already told you, I share. Do you think she's met Quentin but hasn't mentioned it? Paul inquires. Honestly, no, I answer. I really do think she's a recluse. Her friend Trudy didn't even know anything about her past before coming here, and they've known each other pretty much since Laurie arrived. She'll slip up soon, Paul states. Keep notes and we'll see if anything correlates. You think her past is tied to Quentin somehow? I ask, speculatively. It's possible, Paul replies, especially since the agency won't give us anything. Do you think she knows something? I check. Maybe, Paul admits, but if she does, she probably doesn't know it. The agency wouldn't risk having her here and helping if she really knows anything. I nod as I try to connect any possible pieces. Don't think too much about it, Paul directs. I could be wrong. When have either of our hunches ever been wrong, I remind. I know, Paul huffs. Let's hope we're not right this time.
This is the end of this chapter. Thank you for listening. I hope you're enjoying the story so far. To read the full, unabridged version, you can find a link in the description below. To find out about new releases before the general public, be sure to subscribe to my newsletter. You'll find a link in the description as well. Also, to be notified when the next chapter is published, make sure you subscribe to my channel.